Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Space Game Junkie Podcast. I, as always, am your co host, Brian, and joining me, as always, almost always, is your co host, Jim.
Heidi ho.
I'm sorry. I'm still bitter about that one time you couldn't make it. It was very scary.
Well, you know,
I hope it never happens again because
Mickey Mouse took precedence.
this whole I know, but this whole podcast was your idea. So if you're not here, it's just kind of weird.
Uh,
Um,
even when I am here, I try to make it weird. Stay weird, people. Stay weird. Um,
you trying to be like Austin, keeping it weird.
keep
Um,
it weird.
keeping it weird.
Right.
We have a guest this week to talk about his spacey roguelike Transcendence. Joining us. Oh God, where are you? Where are you calling from, George?
I'm calling from San Mateo, California.
Oh, so you're another California night. We might have talked about that, but awesome. Joining us from San Mateo, California, is the developer and creator of Transcendence, George Moro Misato.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for joining us, George. This is exciting because this game has been around for a while.
11
And
years.
yeah, I think I saw like 2003
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Before we get into that, real quick, just a few things of housekeeping, folks. Uh, what was the first one? Okay, the first one was thank you to everyone who donated to my Patreon campaign. As of tonight, we reached the first goal, which is the site is self-sufficient. So the Patreon campaign covers hosting and backups. So that's thrilling. There was something else. Jim, do you remember what the other thing I wanted to talk about was?
You wanted to talk about how we managed to get
Oh, yes.
Battle of Procyon onto Steam single-handedly.
Yeah, I don't know how this happened, folks, but a week ago, as we record this, we had the folks from Barking Dog slash Kerberos on to talk about Homeworld Cataclysm. And we also talked about Treasure Planet Battle at Procyon, which is this really obscure, well, as of today, it was really obscure, kind of Starfleet Command Light game based on the movie Treasure Planet. Well, lo and behold, Disney launched a bunch of new games on Steam today. What's today? The 24th of February? And that was one of them. So all of a sudden, hey, you can buy Treasure Planet digitally out of nowhere. So I did. Of course,
Fantastic.
of course I did. Even though
Of
I have it
course.
on, of course I did. Even though I have it on disc, I had to,
That
I,
game needs Klingons. Like, it should be tall ships versus Klingons,
it's got
and
Procyon. It's got.
which is more than the movie had.
I don't even know. I don't even think. Do I remember right that they aren't even in the game, and they're
The
not in the
planets.
movie?
No, they just never have the battle at Procyon.
Oh gosh. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. But I just wanted to get that stuff out there. We're here to talk about this space roguelike that has been around forever. I actually remember playing this ages ago, on and off, and then I have the shortest attention span on the planet, so I just get distracted really easily.
Hey,
But
wanna ride bikes after this?
yeah, let's go ride bikes down to Kitty City, and we'll check out the GI Joe aisle. But anyway, Kitty City was a Toys R Us store before Toys R Us in my neck of the woods, if no one knows what I'm talking about. Um, but yeah, and this game's been around for a while, and you just put it on Greenlight, which is like, oh my god, this game's on Greenlight.
That's
So,
right. Yeah.
congratulations on that. Now, you started this game 2003, I think you said?
2003. 2003 was kind of the first, public version. I'd been
Right,
working on it for probably a year or so before that.
right.
Um, I really just wanted to do this kind of mashup between NetHack, a roguelike, and Star Control 2, one of my all-time favorite games. So that kind of epic space opera, but mixed with these roguelike mechanics, procedural generation, random items, all that kind of stuff. That's really what I was trying to do.
And it seems you've succeeded because this is a very roguey-likey game, which I'm really enjoying.
Oh, thanks for saying that. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with how it's come out. But as always, God, there's probably 10 million things that I'm working on to improve.
Oh, so you have a newer version with a new expansion pack out, but let's kind of talk about the basics of the game.
Sure.
In this game, you basically, and I didn't know this until you just said it, but you basically pick one ship, which is like your roguelike archetype. Like Because in a lot of games you get to
Yeah.
choose different ships, but and this is a roguelike, so you choose your ship from the outset, like your wizard. And you're,
Exactly. It's exactly right. This is almost your character class, although it's very flexible. So almost no matter what you pick, you can kind of change it up as you go. But for instance, there's the Hercules class transport. It's what you would expect. A lot of cargo space, but pretty slow. Takes a lot of damage, but you're not going to be winning dogfights. Uh,
right.
then there's other ships. There are gunships that maneuver very very fast. This one, the Raijin class, will you can maneuver really really fast, while other ones you can't.
Right. And they do fly a little differently. Even the base game comes with how many ships does the base game come with?
Base game comes with three ships, and again, kind of roughly in that spectrum. Fast gunship, slow freighter, and then the kind of a jack of all trades in between. And then there's an expansion that adds three new ships that have some special capabilities, like one has this Auton Bay where you can launch these drones essentially to help you. So all sorts of little differences in how the ships play.
Yeah, I'm using this. It's this new expansion called Eternity Port, and it's got three new ships. Which one should I pick? You said I should pick one with a turret. Which one should I pick?
I think the Raijin is pretty good. It's got a turret, so then you don't have to steer as
Oh,
much.
that's good because I'm terrible at hitting things in this game.
Um, yeah, try that one. The other one you can try, of course, is the Hercules, which kind of might last a little bit longer. But this one's good because it's fast. It turns beautifully, and you should be able to hit everything.
Right now, there's a lot to do in this game. Oh, geez. Okay. Oof. Okay. Wait. Why can't I? I'm damaged. Oh no. Why am I damaged? Oh. Okay. You wake up in a hospital. What? Okay. Morning Star. Okay.
So this is the new adventure, and this kind of introduces you to kind of everything that's going on.
Ah. Cool. Oh, now I can move. Wow, that thing does move speedily. Look at that. Wow. I don't know what this CDM shard is. Okay. So, yeah, basically, it's kind of like your any other ship, really. I mean, you have armor. It's like a lot of roguelikes. You have your armor, and then you could have shields,
Exactly
and,
right.
which is great. And then you have a power thing. I gotta say, I do love the autopilot. It's really
Yeah,
a nice little time saver.
yeah. It lets you go wherever you want really fast. Yeah. Check
Did
out. Yeah. Go for the map and then see where you are. Oh, you're already ahead of me.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, one thing I love about this game is you can shoot a ship and kill it, and then dock with its wreck,
Yeah.
which I just love that. So I'm gonna try and find some enemies to kill. There's some guys over here, and combat is nice and fast and furious. Now, if you don't have a ship with a turret on it like this one, you better know how to fly these things because you're not gonna be able to aim very well.
That's right. That's right.
It's kind of escape velocity ish in in,
Yeah.
in, in how in its combat. It's kind of top downy. Whoa!
And there's a trade-off, right? The auto aiming weapons are not as powerful as the ones that you have to aim yourself. So, once you kind of build up the skills to like be able to aim, the auto aiming, you can actually hit things without the auto aiming. Ooh, these
Yeah,
guys.
it just takes some time. Ooh, there's a thing I can dock with. I love how you can dock because again, a roguelike thing. You kill someone, they leave
Exactly.
loot. They leave loot
Exactly.
behind. You
Exactly.
know.
That's exactly what that's all about.
So, like, have you been do you work on this game full time? You started working on this game full time recently.
That's
You
right.
weren't the whole time.
That's right. Yeah, recently, about 2 years ago, 2 3 years ago, started working on this full time. Um,
Wow.
and yeah, it's been great. It's been so cool. We have such a great player community. The players are just awesome, and they're always giving me great ideas and doing a lot of the groundwork to promote the game. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Now, what prompted you after all this time to finally get on Greenlight?
One of the things, Transcendence was really always free, and so I never thought that I could really go onto Greenlight and Steam. But now that I have a couple of expansions, it's like I have enough stuff for sale that I think it's worth it to put it up as a little bundle on Steam.
Oh, that's a good idea. So a bundle with the base game and the expansions.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I mean, Steam obviously is a massive marketplace. So, my biggest problem, I think, like all indie developers, is marketing. Is how do I get, people to find out about my game? And Steam is just a great place for that so far. So,
Yeah, it's true. Because I mean, there's lots of just such good stuff on Steam. But how is the Greenlight process going for you?
pretty good. It's definitely slow. I'm definitely not one of those games that is taken off. I get about 1,000 votes, which puts me roughly 45% of the way to the top 100. It's been about, I think, 20 days or so. So that's I think pretty reasonable.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
pretty happy about that. Um, you know,
And is it a lot of marketing? Do you have to be on there all the time answering questions?
not as much on Steam itself. What I've been doing is going on Reddit. Trying to Reddit has a ton of people that I think really love the game, and so I've been advertising there. I've been posting some stuff there to get people to come to vote on Greenlight.
Oh, bad guys! Ah, I forgot to refuel my missiles. Damn it! I forgot to refuel my missiles. Dang it!
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about this game is you can't just go to any starbase and refuel everything and restock your missiles at any old place. You got to go to specific places.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's one thing that I wish, right, as
Okay.
I'm playing this. Maybe it's something you can buy. Maybe it's a key that I'm missing or something. But I would like to have the names of the things that I'm flying by. Like if it's a station, could I
Oh.
have the name of it, right? So that I know what the hell I'm looking at. And also if I want to bookmark something, like can I bookmark coordinates and fly back to it? Because that
That
would be great.
Ooh, that's a good
that
idea.
that makes sense. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I have that on the map, but I think showing it on the main screen would be great.
What, like the name of the buildings and stuff, or the
Yeah,
waypoint
exactly.
thing? Oh, yeah, because it's like, well, there's 10 stores here, and I can't tell which one's Walmart.
Right.
So,
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because they all kind of do different things. Like I got to find out where to replenish my missiles.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Have some way to see, particularly once you found something, right? Once you found something, you should be able to say, hey, where are those missiles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like where do I find missiles?
what would actually work really well, right, is if you let people take notes, like right on the map. Like I could put a pin on the map. Do the planets orbit around? Do they move, or they're
No, they don't.
stationary?
They're
Okay,
stationary. It was, I started that way, but it was so confusing because people, you'd lose the planets really easily.
right. Well, and I guess that would maybe work. That like let people put a stick pin on the map,
Yeah,
and then type whatever text they want, and then whenever they mouse over the pin, the text balloon pops up, and it's like, oh yeah,
Oh,
that's where I got these missiles.
it can be like Google Maps a little bit.
Kinda, yeah. Google Maps in the space.
that's
Now,
awesome.
I gotta say, between the last version I played and this version, you have definitely made some nice usability enhancements. Like I like now that you can select your specific slots are very clear, and you can just buy an upgrade for that slot.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like that. That's one of the things that, you
Because it
know,
was just like a list earlier, and it
that's
was
right.
like I got to figure out what goes where, you
That's right.
know. But now it's like, oh, this is a weapon slot, and I can buy an upgrade for it. I'm going to hit you to buy an upgrade for it. So that
That's
is
right.
nice. Now I got to find where to buy missiles. Where the hell?
Somewhere in here, you might be able to do it if you. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, somewhere in here you should be able to find it.
It's got to be somewhere. This is